almost there. Now, all I need to do
We'll
is
just see
see
if it's on. Right.
if it's on. If it is.
Guess it is, it's on. Yeah.
Okay, people, I'm live.
Yeah, it's on Google Hangouts. Yes.
Really? Oh, goody! Hurrah! Okay. I've no way of seeing who's in the anything right now. But hopefully people have had notifications. Hopefully we are here. I've done it.
Look, you can just use it on my phone.
I think I'm about 8 minutes late, but as far as I'm concerned, I feel like we did that in record time because
I was
at one point I thought I was going to pull my hair out. I was like, I you know, shout out to Skyfly Bree. If it wasn't for you and you alone, I would not be on this live hangout right now. Your information was completely invaluable, and I am forever indebted to you for that. So I'm most grateful. Thank you for taking the time out. Time is one of the things that I think, you know, in life you can't get back. You can get cars, houses, clothes, jewels, all material things, but time is something that we can't get back. And the fact that you took time out of your evening to kind of just get me from A to B with this is incredible. Okay, so I'm here.
We've done it.
I'm here. Hurrah! Hi to everybody that's here. Thank you so much for being patient and waiting for me. As I said, this is my first evening doing this. I feel a need to put myself out there as a true seeker to let you know what my thoughts and beliefs are. Some of you may agree, some of you may not agree, and please forgive me if I don't use the correct terminology. I can't remember, I think it was the I that made a comment regarding my use of the word movement. Just to clarify, I don't want to make us feel like the warriors or something, like, you know, some, you know, motley crew of people that are on a movement. What I mean by a movement, I mean as in a shift from living in a deceptive reality, from that to a shift to a realistic reality, a more real one that we use our senses, our primary knowledge, the things that we can see and touch and feel. That's the movement I'm talking about, not a collaborative of people referring to themselves as a movement. Now, if I am to clarify the words that I use to describe things, I'll probably be here all night. So please, in advance, try to find it within yourselves to forgive me if you feel that I'm not using the correct words in the correct places. I sometimes ramble and find the right words to completely vocalize what I'm thinking. I don't know about anyone else, but sometimes I think things, and when they're in my head, it's great. And as soon as I go to say them out loud, it all comes out like gobbledygook. So yeah, my apologies for using any terminologies or any adjectives that may not sit right with other people. They're my ideas, they're my beliefs. And yeah, I will call them beliefs because sometimes I have to use my discernment, use every ounce of intelligence I feel I've got to make the decisions I've made in my life. And those decisions are the decisions of how I think the place we are, what it is. I think Del coined the phrase when he said, listen, I just want to know where we are. That's really what all of this boils down to. I want to know where we are. What is this? What is this? What is all of this? Where are we? What are we living here in? Why and how? What, why, and how? The wheres, the whens, how it all goes about, that kind of is not as much of a priority for me. However, where we are that does play a lot into me being able to reaffirm that the plane we live on is flat. Is it an infinite flat plane? Don't know. To me, like I said, I don't prescribe to any particular model. I do subscribe to the fact that it's not a globe. I subscribe to that full-heartedly. It's not a globe. We do not live on a globe. Let me repeat, we do not live on a globe. I have not just got out of some institute. I'm not on high pharmaceuticals. I'm a clearly sane individual. I'm a contributing member of society. I have 2 children. I am engaged. I have a partner. I have quite a big family. My parents are my dad still is a public figure. My mum was a public figure before she retired and sadly passed away. So I have been brought up in environments that have had a lot of public figures in them. I have not come from a background that I would say is sheltered. I'm well-traveled, well-seasoned. I've been into a lot of different cultures, a lot of different countries. So I feel like my opinion for myself is wholesome. I feel that my opinion is coming from a good place. I have seen quite a lot of things, and I feel like the more you see, the more aware you are. You know, if you've seen this much, your awareness is going to be that much. If you've seen this much, your awareness is going to be this much, so on and so forth. So I feel like the more you can get out there and experience and see and feel places you can go, they're all just going to build up to your awareness. So yeah, now I'm here. I don't know if anyone wants to join me on a live chat. They're more than welcome to. Come all, yeah, come ye. If you want to sit here and listen to me rambling on, that's absolutely fine as well. I'm more prepared to do that as well while I sip my drink. And you know what? I'm almost cringing doing this because the other day I saw Patricia Steer. She was sipping something and I thought, but I genuinely want to drink. So now I'm not trying to be cliche. For anyone who wants to know, it's a well-known Scottish whiskey with a bird on the bottle. It's actually one of my mum's favourite drinks, so she called it a good old Scotch and Coke, a good dunt, with her Glaswegian self. So yeah, I'm having a Scotch and Coke, and I drink responsibility. Starts well, doesn't it? I drink responsibly. Yeah, bottoms up. Okay, Tom, you'd like to join? Okay, so Tom Corner would like to join the chat. Tom, that's fine. I'm absolutely fine with that. I'm hoping that you are a genuine person. Drainman 1962, yes, the grouse. And hi to everyone in there. Midnight, hi Midnight. Skyfly, thank you very much. Jamie, I'm seeing hi. Sky is saying hi to Jamie. Jamie, if you're in here, thank you very much for coming in. You inspired me this evening when you asked if anyone else was doing a hangout. You've asked a few times, and it kind of pushed me over the edge. I'm like, you know what? All right, I'm just going to do it. It's cool. That's all good. How do I go about that? Do I give out my email address here? Sorry, I don't know how to do this now. Do I ask for theirs?
Good.
How does one do this, gang? How does one do this? Okay, right. So do I go to plus and do I just write Tom Corner? All right, Tom Corner. Do I do that? Tom? Anybody? Hey. Yeah. Cheers, Chillster. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you, Dreaman. Thank you.
Oh, look, you put it email there.
Brilliant. Okay, so On we go. Right. Inviting. Send in. Do I put it in there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Whoops. Okay.
Yeah.
Gather that's it, or should I just do that?
Well, I don't know. Up to you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Tom, the invitation is sent out.
Hopefully this will be as well.
Thank you everybody for coming as well. Baron, Chillster, Midnight, Galatians, thank you. Riddle, thank you. Stuart, thank you. Luke, thank you. The Eye, thank you. David Banner, Stephen, Jamie, thank you. I really do appreciate everybody coming over. Stuart McKenzie, thank you. Beyond Belief, thank you. It's really great to have you all here. Kimmy, thank you. Honestly, the fact that you guys are all here just makes me feel like this is a good cause. The whole movement is a good cause. The movement of people shifting themselves from being in the shadows and coming out and putting the face to the truth-seeking. Someone give me a word. I can't say agenda. I can't say movement. Mission. Truth-seeking mission.
There you go.
Like, no cheesy pun intended, but truth-seeking mission. I feel like I'm not on my own with that. So now that I've sent that invite, I don't really know what happens next, but thank you, everybody. Let's just wait for him to come through. I'm going to take a sip and I'm going to go into the next subject matter. Got a few written down. I'm just going to reel them off and everybody can put their own in. I'm more than happy if anybody has got subjects they want to discuss or want my, I wouldn't say opinion, you know, I'm quite interested to hear what other people think about what I think about. But I do understand that what I think about might be not what everyone else is wanting to talk about. I'd like to talk about Admiral Ebird. I'd like to talk about the atomic bomb testing. I'd like to talk about the BS moon malarkey. I'd like to talk about the Van Allen radiation belts that, like, in all of the other education things we're taught about, we're just not taught about that ever. And the fact that they are now designing technology to go back to the moon because they lost that and all that crap. And I still have a lot to talk about on Antarctica as well. And that's just but to name a few. I do also want to speak about the moon. I've got a couple of ideas that I wanted to go over. And I also wanted to get everybody's feedback for a bit of activism, public activism, public group activism. Is that a better definition? Public group activism / meetup, if you want to call it a meetup. I'm looking to just really go in high profile, really. No point in being around bushes there. Live in the capital city, for Christ's sake. So, you know, there you go. I'm looking for in your face, polite, but nice, but polite activism in London. Probably towards the end of June, July. I really think the summer, even though a lot of people go away on holiday, London gets pretty packed in the summer with tourists coming into London. So not only do we have British people in London, we've just got a whole smorgasbord of everybody, which I find brilliant. It's almost like more ears and eyes to awaken. So yeah, anybody that wants to collaborate on that with me, I'm more than willing to go back and forth. I've got a lot of time on my hands after June to dedicate to it. So I'm more than happy to do that. Is there anything that I've missed you're doing? Sorry, my daughter's just telling me. So yeah, if there's anyone that wants to come on and do a live chit chat, I'm more than happy to send out an invitation. Okay, so I will do it again. Okay, sorry about that, Tom. Okay. Yeah, that's the only one that's coming up. Sent the wrong link.
I said if it's Google Chrome, you can't invite.
Sorry?
I said if it's Google Chrome, you can't invite.
What does that mean then? Sorry, everybody. I'm just going through the back and forth with the invite. Google Chrome, you can't invite, apparently. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's funny that there was 2 options that came up first time, wasn't there? Let me just try that again. Do you know what I probably should have done? There was another one. Was it gmail.com or .co.uk? Sorry, everybody. I'm just trying to... Operation Fishbowl, David. Yeah. Yeah, I looked into that Operation Fishbowl.
Try to throw out one or two things.
Yep, give me 1 second. Just going to try and find that email address. It's there somewhere. There it is. Hotmail, done Gmail.
Oh.
It was the other one. Yeah. That should be it. The truth is what it is, I think. Yeah, done it. Okay, Tom, I've sent that invite out, so check it out and it'll be there. Yes. Okay, yeah. Sorry, we're on that now. Sorry, yeah. If you guys give me a second, I'm just going to sort out the blue wrenches. Where? There. Okay. What do I do? Yeah. Memento. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. One sec. Okay, I'm getting there, guys. Okay, sorry guys, I'm just sorting out the moderators and almost there. Okay. Okay, I've got some just now. So with a bit of luck, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Only invites you to chat. So now, what would that do? Let me see. No. So I'm not sure why it's only inviting you to a chat. That's really strange. Okay, let me see here. Links. Or links, no? No? Okay. Yeah, I'm just having a look, guys, to see if I can... Sorry, 1 second. What's that for? No. Okay, guys, I'm not quite sure what to do there. Chat, screen share? Not screen share, is it? Okay, so Tom's saying that the only thing... Okay, so I've got the group chat there, but choose links, that's there. I can't seem to... I've got a thing that says invite people, but other than that, I'm not quite sure. Okay. Sorry about this. I'm just going to try and work out what's going on. All that's doing is that. So that's not doing anything. And that's not doing anything either. No? Maybe. I'm just downloading something else. As guests join, hide their audio and make video from my board. I don't even know now. Okay, as guests join, hide their audio video from my broadcast. Broadcast the large. Okay, guys, I think I've sorted it now. Broadcast a large video that I see to my audience and hide my... Okay. That's fine. Yeah? Okay. So I think we're on it now. Okay, so now I'm going to try and invite again. If you still want to... Okay, Tom, I've sent you another invite. It should work this time. Yeah. I seem to have got the cameraman thing sorted, the little toggle thing at the side. So with a bit of luck, we'll be on it. Is that one got more battery than that one?
No, obviously
okay,
not.
We just lost battery on one of the devices, but it's okay. Okay, so Operation Fishbowl. Has anyone seen any of the videos? Any of the evidence? Have you gone into any libraries and looked up any clerical evidence, not just video evidence? Has anybody gone off on their own tandem, had a look? Because when you look at the timeline of the expeditions to Antarctica, to the Operation Fishbowl, to then the Cold War, the space race, going to the moon. It to me feels like they went as far out wide as they could, found out they couldn't get any further, went, come on then, let's fling a couple of bombs up there, let's see how high we can get. And then when they realized we were in an enclosed designed system, they said, right, we're going to have to come up with something pretty quick. We're going to have to like style it out. We've been to the moon. We're going to have to go out there, make a bloody good job of it, get the old Stanley Kubrick on the job. He's just done the Space Odyssey 2000. Okay, Tom, it's I have no idea. I thought I was on it. I was acting all calm, cool, and casual. Okay, let me try something here. I'm going to try and see what happens when I invite you. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that right? What I'm doing? Sorry, we're just doing a little test here. What is it? Gmail?
Yeah.
Okay. Just gonna see that one there, yeah? Okay. I'm just gonna test out. I'm just trying to invite my daughter because Tom's saying it's just invite into a chat.
I can. Shall I try it?
Yeah, go for it. Okay, so I've just sent the same invitation to my daughter. However, she's on her phone. I will admit. Okay, no, that's fine. I'll just stay there for a second. Is that your one or mine?
Mine.
Yours. Okay, guys, so you can see my daughter's one's working. Yeah? Hold on. Just for reference. Obviously, it's a little bit slow. But hers is working absolutely fine. So, Tom, it must be a problem your end because and went straight to it. She had the option to just answer it straight away. So to me, that's telling me that it's working because there, guys, so sorry. If everyone's still there, I have no idea what happened. Really, really sorry. Really, really sorry. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you're back now.
Am I back?
Yeah.
I'm back. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, I tried to end her call and ended up, it looked like I ended the whole thing. So I have no idea what happened there. So yeah, if anyone wants to come into a live chat, like I said, it seemed to work absolutely fine there with my daughter's one.
You can have to do it for future reference.
Am I on?
Yeah, you are. Yeah. Come on, Gina.
Really? Okay. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. And right, I'm back on. Okay, so where was I? Operation Fishbowl, I think it was. Okay, what is the general topic of discussion in the chat room? What is the general consensus just now? Jessica, do you want to give me a little bit of insight into what's going on in the chat room? Sip, sip.
Chris, for your email.
Give me a second, guys. Just a second. Okay, yeah. I'll sit.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and is that? So, is anyone coming into a live chat?
Not sure. Digital to your email.
Sorry, I had to have a little cigarette break. So the general topic of discussion in the room this evening is what exactly? What is the general consensus of discussion right now? What would everybody like to discuss or talk about, ideas about, go back and forth about? Okay, Chris. I'm hoping I'm on the right screen. But still,
You are. Yes, because I can see.
Okay. No, when you called, this was the screen we were looking at, right?
Oh yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, I promise.
Really?
Yeah.
So where was all of those other things there? Okay, sorry. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, Harsh Truth Engineer, thank you so much for coming over and watching. Okay, sorry. Okay, so it looks like we've got someone else in the chat. Tom? Hi, Tom.
Hello?
Hiya.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Can everyone else in the chat hear Tom?
Can you see me?
I can see an image of a frog getting cooked.
Okay. How do I change that then?
No idea. Your guess is good as mine. I've got a 15-year-old helping me, so yeah, that says it all.
Well, I need my 16-year-old in helping me, but he's in playing his Xbox or whatever. Right, let me think. I've had 2 bottles of wine, so that doesn't help.
There you go. I'm on my. Well, I'm drinking responsibly tonight, so I'm on my 2nd glass.
It's been an option, is there something?
No worries. Well, I'm drinking.
Oh, wrong. Sorry,
I'm hoping no one's got. No worries. That sounded a little bit delayed. Well,
when I mute the live chat, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Oh, I can now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
For your volume.
Sorry.
Okay. Hazmat, Speaker's Corner is a great place for activism. That's something I was thinking of. I was actually thinking of doing something a little bit earlier on the 20th, on 420. A lot of open-minded smokers are going to be there on 420. And I thought that would be a brilliant opportunity to use eyes and ears to spread awareness of the deception. So yeah, that's a really good point. Speaker's Corner. I'm trying to keep up with the chat here at the same time so that I can kind of keep a track of what's going on.
I can hear you, but I've shut your channel down. I do apologize.
No worries. No worries.
Got that back. Right. Oh, it's a whole new thing when you come into flat Earth, isn't it? Opens up a right can of worms.
Yeah, as I was saying, it's something that you can't put down. It's not even something you can go to recreationally once you've awoken. You can't put it down at all. I can't. When I listen to, if I put my kids to put the TV on and I see adverts, I see the news, I see it subliminally put into movies. I'm like woken to it. There's some smell that everyone else can't smell that I can. There's no getting away from it. And as I don't know if I can remember what chat I was in, but I was in a chat and I was saying it's like when I fully became awake, when there was no going back and I knew definitively that I didn't live on a globe, for a while, for a good section of time, I was like borderline depressed. I lost like a lot of motivation for mundane, everyday things that I just felt were so pointless. And you know, slavery didn't go away. It just changed the word to work, employee. You just became an employee. And now that, there's some comforts with it, we're all given just enough to have a roof over our head. We're all given just enough to go on a few package holidays a year so that we can feel like we're living and not just existing, So for me, there's no putting it down. There's no putting it down. None.
Well, it's like me. I want to go to Denmark, but I won't fly.
Me neither.
I have to go by car. What the strain in the sky and everything.
For me, I've got the numbers stacked against me. I've been on too many flights. I was a frequent flyer right up until the age of 21. As a child, I went on tour with my dad. He's a musician. I went on tour with him. Went on some real dodgy flights back when Russia was the USSR. Moscow, Oslo, Leningrad. Been to a lot of places in Russia, a lot of places in America, a lot of places in South America. I've been to Hawaii, you name it, almost. I've been there. And I got to the age of 21, had children, and realized that the numbers were stacked against me. I realized I'd been on too many flights where nothing had gone wrong. And if I was to put a number on the flights I'd been on up until the age of 21, I think I even went on Concorde at the age of like 11 years old, went on Concorde. Not once, not twice, lost count.
Makes you wonder why they stopped flying the Concorde though, doesn't it?
It does. And you know what? I know somewhere in there, when I do have the time, or when anyone has the time, I'm more than willing to listen to it. I know that for us to go backwards with technology, there's obviously something that's gone on there that is obviously very obvious. And when we do find out why we've gone backwards there, it'll stick out like a sore thumb, like everything does once you're awake to it. Once you're awake to things, like I said, there's no going back. You can't go back to sleep. There's no going back into those alpha beta states that you were in before. You come out, and I don't believe either. I don't know if anyone else agrees with me. There's no way, I think, anyone can go from completely not being awake to being awake in one foul swoop.
No, you can't.
I believe the way it's been indoctrined since an early age, the stage of awakening happens in stages, and I believe
it takes years.
Yeah, I believe that everybody's different, and for what may sway some people doesn't sway other people.
Yeah.
Even staring NASA straight in the face and looking at composite images still isn't enough, because they go straight away to the ISS has a live feed, and they can't use discernment to look at a real image and that image and know that image is not legit. It's not legit. It's been played with. It's been tampered with, whether it's fully artificial or semi-artificial. Like I said earlier on, I was on Poncho Pete's hangout, and they were looking at Google Earth images, and you want to see the clarity of those images, and then swoop to Antarctica and try and get any clarity with those images. And look how many years they've been down there for, researching, gathering information, taking satellite images. You think for the decades that they've, just like with Band-Aid, you think for the amount of time they've been doing it, something would have happened by now and they've got information, but no.
We can't go there because we might damage the sea bass.
That's it. Let's all agree to not make money there, but let's war over money everywhere else. Any money down there. Let's not even put one McDonald's down there. Let's not put one KFC down there. Okay. Let's not put one conglomerate company owned by Rothschilds down there making mad dough. We're just going to all agree we're not going to monopolize it. But let's fuck each other up on every other agenda in the world. Let's all. It's almost like not mentioning the war, isn't it? Like, here come the Germans. Let's not mention the war. It's like, whatever's happening, let's not mention Antarctica. You know, this is how I'm going to give you all a little sneak peek into how Roxanne plays with it. And don't get me wrong when I say play with it, I'm not mocking it at all. I went upstairs the other night and I like to watch Netflix. I like to kind of watch something before I go to sleep. And my partner had just finished playing Call of Duty with his pals. And I said, you know, I'm going to find something to watch on Netflix. And I straight away went to search. I wanted to watch one of those like nature programs on Antarctica because I wanted to just use my own discernment again. I wanted to kind of read between the lines and try and get some info out of it, suck it out somehow. And I've written Antarctica in Netflix, and you want to see the drivel that's come up. Absolute twaddle. One program that said Arctic, and it wasn't even fucking Antarctic, it was the Arctic. It was the Northern Hemisphere. Not one Richard Attenborough. He hasn't even gone down there. And you know what? The guy's monopolized all of wildlife. Come on. We all
I love that guy, you know.
Here are the birds as they go through the meadows. Watch how they swim. You know, the rhinos are out in the Serengeti. You know, let's do a 10-minute documentary on Richmond Park and talk about the locusts. The locusts that have never been.
Swarm.
Yeah. So and you know what? The guy's not been to Antarctica. He just hasn't gone there. Go there. He's not trying to talk about it. He's not even talking about the penguins. He doesn't give a fuck about the seals. He doesn't give a fuck about anything down there. No.
Or the Chilean sea bass.
No one does. No one does at all. No one does at all. And you know, you go onto the internet, and I opened up 2 pages the other day, and I searched Arctic images, Antarctica images, and I had 2 pages simultaneously. And if you scroll down the first 2 sections, like almost image for image, they're identical. So they'll show you the same Arctic images of like blue water and a bit of ice that's melted with a little tunnel going through it, like where the water's eroded it away. And you just see countless image after image after image where they're all just generic images, nothing with any kind of landmark on it where you can go, you know, like how we look at the pyramids in Egypt. You take one look at any image of the pyramids and you go, oh, that's Egypt. Yeah. You can't look at any image of Antarctica and go, that's Antarctica I'm looking at, because they use the same, it's like they use the same, roughly the same generic images for both. You'd think there would be some kind of clarity on Antarctica given the amount of years that the people have been surveying it and taking images of it and flying planes to take satellite images for the lovely Google Earth.
And the amount of resources they've took there and built it up, and the underground tunnels and the seed bunkers.
These government's money that they spend down there to get these informations, only to go on Google Earth to look at pixelated images of mountain ranges that may or may not be there. It's like, I don't like being taken for a mug. I don't know about anybody else, but I don't like being taken for a mug. I really don't like it when people piss up my back and tell me it's raining. I really don't. You know, if you're going to do that, at least give me a heads up. And I just feel like no one gave me the opportunity as a human to say, give me a heads up. What chance do we stand?
We don't stand any chance.
No. And I know it sounds cliche to say it, but it's like the truth is in the movies. When you look at movies like Maze Runner and you look at movies like Divergent, and they're trying to get over the wall. They're trying to see what's on the other side of the wall, because that's all society will do when we realize we're in an enclosed system. Listen, here's a good analogy, okay? If you take a mouse, okay, and put a mouse in a box the size of, let's say, your average living room, how long do you think it's going to take that mouse to realize it's inside a box?
A lot quicker than a human.
Half a day? You put that same mouse in a box the size of the whole of the United States. How many generations of mice do you think that mice will have to have before the mice will clock that they're in an enclosed space? Will they ever? Or will they get to a point where they start to suspect it? But by that point, most of the mice are just happy with their life. They don't really give a shit. They don't really care about the edge. They just care about their next meal, their next buck, their next Bentley, their next Mercedes, the next track that comes out, the next Gucci shoe that comes out. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. The masses don't give a shit. They're too busy going to Cancun and Dubai. Sorry, darling. Go on.
A good book to read is Who Moved My Cheese?
Who Moved My Cheese? Write that one down.
Yeah, it's about 2 little mice. Let me see if I can get the book. 1 second. Carry on talking. I'll go and see if I can find the book, see who the author is.
How many generations do you think that mouse will take to find the edge? And then you look at it bigger again. You say you put a mouse in a continent the size of America times 5. Really, when will the mouse ever clock that it's enclosed space? So if you analogize that to humans, I think the analogy would be a mouse inside America. We've got so many generations down the road before some of us have gone, right, well, I think there's an edge over there. Most of the humans like, no, I'm not really bothered, mate. I'm not really bothered. I'm just waiting for my paycheck, my mortgage, I want to go on holiday, I want to go on Instagram, show off all my shit, you know, show off to the next person, get my extension done in my loft and show that I'm the alpha fucker on the road. You know, I've got the nicest car, I've got the nicest curb appeal. That's all everyone gives it. Everyone's a shallow fucker right about now. Everyone is at Sainsbury's, buying their shopping, paying for it on credit cards because they don't have the money to pay for it in real life and they're just paying minimum payment because that's life for them. Driving around in lease cars. I see it really bad. I see people living beyond their means really bad where I live. Really bad. We've got people that are like trying it. Meanwhile, they live next door to people like Matt Damon. So the keeping up with the Joneses in my borough is disgusting. The rat race is so torn into people. Like, I have to navigate past caffeine-driven mums who drive 4x4s for no other reason but to mount the curb to go to the cash point to take out the money for their rich husband who's probably fucking the secretary and bought her a nice coupe anyway, and she's driving around in a shitty Volvo estate SUV. But life's good for her because she's going to Massimo Dutti to buy an £80 dress and some boots and doesn't give a fuck. So you have to understand, people like that, they're never going to get it. They're never going to get it. The only thing they're going to get is probably their rocks off by their driveway jet sprayer. Other than that, that's about as far as life is going to get for people like that. But for the masses in general, they're not going to wake up unless it's repeated over and over and over again. And, you know, if you equate the truth to fashion, back in 1995, I was 14 years old in 1995. And I used to wear like Nike trainers. I used to wear Nike Max. I was like a right, like little, I thought I was like a right hipster rude girl when I was at school. So I had like all the nice Nike tracksuits and like the whole gear. And my daughter now, 20 odd years later, she's rolling around wearing the same trainers I used to wear, talking about, have you seen these new Nikes? Have you seen these new Jordans? And I'm like, no, mate, they were out in the 90s. Like, I had a pair, look at this picture here. And if you look at that and analogize that to ideas, they say, X years ago, people thought the earth was flat and then they thought it'd fall off and then it was a globe. I do feel like if we keep pushing the truth, pushing full disclosure, pushing the fact that the globe is a lie, eventually it will come around. If you assume any rate of progression at all, even if you just assume that one person woke up every 100 years, if you went 10,000 years into the future, people would eventually wake up. Obviously, it's not going to be in my lifetime. I'm pushing for my lifetime for people to wake up. But as far as the masses are concerned, as I said in my first video, I don't feel like anybody's going to get that instant gratification for waking people up. I feel like for most people waking up is going to happen not in their company. Like you may give someone a hint, a clue, you may say something that may spur that person to then go off, look at something and then awaken themselves. But obviously you're not going to be there to get that gratification for that moment. So no one can really take ownership for it. No one can kind of home it in and call it their own. And that's what brings me on to my next little ethos with that. I have like a real hard time with this whole donating thing. I find it quite cringeable when I see like some of the channels doing the whole donate.
Well, on donating, in between your gap tonight, I thought, right, I'll go and see what else is live. And there was these two young girls. I'm getting a bit of feedback. You getting the feedback there?
No.
Let me turn my headset on.
No worries.
That might be better.
Absolutely fine.
Same voice packaging. I've got it on here, so. Right, what's the
What's going on in the chat, Jessica? Are you paying attention to it?
Yeah, about that.
turn my speakers down, so that might help. No, it don't. Anyway, they wouldn't talk.
Yeah.
I put a few questions in about flat Earth. I said you look like two smart girls. And mentioned about flat Earth, the global eye, and everything's light. And they didn't mention that. It was question and answer, and they went all the way through it. But they wouldn't look at my questions that I was putting to them until I put £5 donation in, then they read it out. So hopefully, plant some messages in there.
Yeah, but like I said, I have a real. I'm like.
Yeah, I don't agree with the.
I'm a bit like. I find it cringy. I find it cringy. I spent. Like I said, I'm not on here to bash anybody. I'm just on here to give my opinion. No one has to agree with my opinion.
Everything should be free.
Yeah, I think whatever anybody who's putting even the smidgen of flat Earth awareness, I feel is doing a fantastic job. Even if it's shrouded in shite, I feel like it's a fantastic job. I really, all I wish for would take the line of being Operation Realness. Operation Realness, as in like Rebecca's Operation Realness. Rebecca is like Operation Realness, as far as I'm concerned. Like, I would go as far as to say, like, she's like at the top of my list of real chicks out there doing it. And what I mean by chicks is girls. When I became aware of the realness around me, was that there was a lack of females. And I find as a girl, that makes the situation incredibly unapproachable for me. I'm the kind of girl that finds solace in other girls, and normally this is how I've been raised. Though this is just my opinion. I'm not saying I agree with my opinion. I'm just saying this is my stance, and this is where I'm coming from. Like in my upbringing, I've always felt confident around girls, and I'm a bit of I'll admit I'm a bit of a sheep. So if the numbers are saying left, I'm going left to a certain extent. And if the numbers were saying right, I was going right to a certain extent. But what I thought I was going to find was a kind of conglomerate of girls within the flat Earth community, within the truth seeking community. And what I found was the majority of the girls were not Operation Realness, as I like to call them. I would like to see the likes of people like Mrs. Steer, Mrs. Patricia Steer. I'd like to see her maybe become a little bit more human. Yeah, human. That's the word I'm going to say there. I'm going to own that one. Human. I think that's polite. I kind of see her show just reminded me of Holly and Phil on This Morning. It really did. Just not saying it was scripted. That's not. And I'm not on here to bash. I love everybody in the truth seeking community, but I just found there's a little bit too about the money and about plugging merchandise and stuff. Like, no disrespect, all of us truthers, we've all got brains, you know. We're all intelligent people to a certain degree, and like, we all have good discernment. We've all got Google on our phones. The first thing I said to my daughter is that I'm not buying no one's merchandise. I'll make my own, and not even to sell it, just to wear it myself. And I think that's what we should all do. I think we should all wear our own merch, not to sell it, but to spread awareness. I don't think, you know, it's that big a deal for you to contact your local T-shirt printer and say, look, I want a few hoodies printed, I want a few T-shirts printed. Go to your printers, get some stickers printed. And, you know, I was going to get it printed onto the outside of my phone case. And what was the other one I said I was going to do? Wait, I need to remember.
You wanted the top as well.
Yeah, I wanted the top as well. Oh, yeah. I was going to go into Halfords and get it printed on the bottom of my registration plate. Yeah. I was going to go back to the Max Power days. Those are the good old days. I had a Mark II Golf. I did a 4-spanner job on that. I had an XR2 that I did a 4-spanner job as well. Sorry, I just went a bit off on when I changed the tappets on my XR2i when I was 18 years old. That's one of my claims to fame. Yeah, anyway. Registration plate, Halfords. It's really cheap. It's like 15 quid and you can just have whatever you want put on the bottom of your registration plate. I was going to do reflat. Yeah, this flat. Look it up. But yeah, I was thinking of like just for yourself, like not to do it to sell or to make money off of, like just do it yourself. You can go to a printer's, you can get a plain phone case, you can have it printed on your phone case. If you wear woolly hats to work, just get one on your woolly hat. If you work on a building site, get it put on your high vis. Like just you know, that's awareness, that's activism as well. That's the everyday activism that you can just be getting on with in the background. And I always use that old ethos to knock on 100 doors and one of them is going to open. So if 100 people see your phone case with research flat on the back, maybe not even 1 out of 100, maybe 1 out of 1,000, but that's silent activism. And I like that as well, because that's activism that you can just do when you're going about your everyday life. Yeah, you can take a pack of Bic lighters, you know, like you can go to Poundland and get them. You can take them to a printer's and they will print whatever the frig you want on them. Yeah, just go and then leave them in the pub. Leave them in the pub. Leave them wherever you want. Leave them at a bus station. Leave them on the train. Leave them wherever you want. And people will pick them up because everyone wants a lighter. I know people are always trying to nick mine. Yeah. So instead of using one like this, and these are just ideas that I'm having, by the way. So don't think I'm like preaching and I'm not, like, these are things that I'm looking to do myself. I'm not looking to monetize it or anything. I'm just saying, you know, go on Google, just go on Google search and just look at local printers and just speak to your local printer. And then at the same time, these times you're going to your printers to say, look, print up some lighters for me, mate. Print up some stickers for me, mate. Do this for me, mate, whatever. He's going to be thinking, this guy's putting flat earth on it. I bet you he might not even say anything, but he's going to go home and look it up. And it really, if you've been sitting at work all day, you know, going for a 50 quid job for someone doing something to do with flat earth, you're not going to go home and at least go, maybe not that day. I would if someone did. I don't know about anybody else, but yeah. See, I'm just there waffling again. Sorry. I could go on forever.
No, you're all right. For your first hangout, you're doing really.
My daughter's sacked, by the way.
Really cool.
My daughter's sacked. She poured me a Coke with no whiskey in it.
Yeah, because
that's ridiculous.
Maybe,
you know, I thought I'm brilliant. I've got the staff here in the background. She gave me this.
Keep trying to go on the webcam. Oh, you're talking, so I can't hear.
Yeah, are you getting there, Tom? Okay, guys. Tom, if you want to waffle away to everyone for the sake, I need to lose the little girls' room quickly. So if everyone just gives me a second, I will be straight back.
Hello? Hello? Anyone hear me? I'm such a Google when it comes to sussing out the internet and everything. Wonder how I find anything out. I tell you what, in Rebecca, good. Not Rebecca, I keep saying Rebecca, sorry. Roxanne. Got a fixation on Rebecca, I think.
What was that? I heard the lovely Rebecca's name being mentioned.
Oh, yeah, she is lovely. I keep saying her name instead of yours.
I love Rebecca. She's fantastic.
Yeah, she is. I've met her in real life, actually.
Pardon?
I've met her in real life. She's a lovely person.
Oh, that's the one thing I'm gutted about, is that I can't. Sorry, everybody. I'm not going to stand over there and do this. Oh, you did?
Yes, what are you doing?
She's already put some in. Crikey.
Lovely.
Just as well I come from good Scottish heritage, or I wouldn't be able to handle my drink. There's a little Rabsy Nesbitt in me somewhere.
I tried leaving it and coming back to put the camera on, but for some reason it won't have it. But the light's on the camera. That's what I don't get.
I'm going to have a look at the chat and see what's good in the chat. I've got some other things that I wanted to mention as well. Sound resonance. And I had a reason for wanting to say that as well.
432.
And humidity. Humidity is another thing that I wanted to talk about. Just, I feel like I'm going to come up with a topic like called damning evidence. Damning evidence. I feel like damning evidence is evidence that just has a full stop after it, and there's just no going back from it. There's no ifs, buts, or maybe. It's completely conclusive, and there's no lefts or rights. Did that have? Sorry, I've just lost the train of thought of where I was going with that. Resonance, humidity. Yeah. So this is just a theory, yeah, to do with the globe deception. See where we're taking long-range pictures. That convex. Oh, hello. They're there. Hi. Now I can't hear you. Gutted. Okay, I can't hear you now. Okay. Nearly there. Nearly there. No. No. I can see you, but I can't hear you. I'll let you try and sort it out. Go on, keep talking, but when you sort it out, I'll let you know. And in the meantime, I'll keep waffling on. These long-range pictures that keep on getting taken, long distance range testing stuff. Still can't hear you yet, but carry on trying. So humidity is a big factor in it. And that was one thing I did take from that convex documentary, was humidity. They said they went to the driest part of the planet, the globe, sorry, not the globe, Earth, that had the least amount of humidity. And the place that they went was in South America. To be honest with you, just saying, not really quite sure in my head if I would have theorized that to be the driest and least humid part of Earth. I would have thought it would have been somewhere out in the desert, somewhere perhaps out in the Sahara. Can someone correct me on that? Like, is that going to be more humid than some place in South America? If that's correct, then fine. I'm not saying it is or it isn't. But for me, that seemed pretty kind of conclusive to me, that I was like, okay, I'm not really sure if that's going to be accurate for them to do long-range testing, because precipitation is a buildup of humidity, if I'm right. And to find somewhere on Earth that has zero humidity, I feel like the only place that people are going to find places that have zero humidity are not going to have a flat plain, as in clear of obstruction. No trees, no mountains, no buildings, so that they can have clear line of sight. Obviously, over water, you're gonna have some kind of precipitation. You're gonna have moisture. You're gonna have humidity. So, for me, that kind of bugged me out. I was a bit pissed, if anything, that they chose somewhere that, for me, wasn't conclusively the best part for them to take those kind of measurements. I felt that they could have chosen a better location. Not sure where it would have been, but I feel like there must be a better location than that had even less moisture, because they're saying obviously the least humid, the less humidity that you've got, the longer you're going to see, because there's going to be less atmospheric disruption to distort your vision. And yeah, sorry, that's what I wanted to waffle about there. Is there anything in the chat that anyone wants to add? Tom, I still can't hear you. I'm still hearing nothing from you. Is there something I'm supposed to do?
I think we should give him a spanner.
Yep. Okay. I'd present to everybody. Present. Oh, look.
No.
Hold on. Say something, Tom. No. 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 I'm not sure what's good there. No. Still not coming through. Can everyone else hear Tom? Is it just me that can't hear him? I'm not sure what's good there. No.
People saying something about it.
Me. Yeah. Okay. I think we need to put charge on this before we start this. Yeah. My daughter's just doing a little bit of technical work in the background. Okay, give me a second. Oops. That sounded like a little bit of something was coming through there, Tom. I think I can hear you, but you're like super quiet. Like really quiet. Control room. Okay, let's see. Okay, say something again, Tom. No, still can't hear. Got the volume turned all the way up. Well,
Can you
say
hear me
something
now?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Ah, brilliant.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, we're on it now. Great.
See if we
That
can
only
take
took
these headsets off.
Take
There we go. Can you hear me? The only trouble is I go on speakers, so I may need to put the headset back on.
Yep, no worries. Well, I was able to hear you even with the headset on, so that's absolutely fine.
Well, I've been around most of the world, and there's never nowhere with no humidity. There's always humidity, no matter where you are.
Which I feel like it's a catch, and it's like yet another wall in the phone. It's been designed like that. I can't see.
You're breaking up for me there, Roxanne.
I don't know if my connection's gone a bit. Connection. My connection.
It's nice to talk to you anyway. I'm new to all this hangout as well. Actually, yours is the first hangout I've been on.
Yeah. Oh, done, you Tom. Sorry, my sound looks like that was the first thing you've been on.
Yeah, I think that's what you said. Yeah, yours is the first hangout I've been on. I'll put it it might help. Maybe getting feedback. Right, that might be better.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, give me a second just to sort my volumes out.
Breaking up quite a bit to me, Roxanne.
No worries, I'm just going to... Yeah. Okay, guys.
I think I've messed it all up, haven't I? Oh, can't hear you now. Ah.
Okay. I got my YouTube page open. Is this it?
It's not. Hold on.
Okay, hold on. Okay, 1 second, guys. Yeah. 1 second, guys. No. Okay. Bear with me. Yeah, my headphones really bad.
Houston, we have a problem.
Uh,
Do you know a good one, a phrase I use now? Is when someone doesn't, you're talking to them, then you know straight away they're not going to have nothing to do with you about flat Earth. You say, the force is strong with this one. From Star Wars.
Oh, that's funny. That's a good one.
Normally say to the wife, the force is strong with these. Oh, we're breaking up the sound. I've shrunk.
I think it's the internet. Yeah, I think it might be the internet. Might be a bit weak.
Should I go back off camera then? Maybe that might help, and then you can carry on talking.
Much of a difference. I feel like it might be my internet.
But you only went like distorted when I came on camera.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's have a little see.
There you go. It's getting better already.
Oh, yeah. I'm able to hear me. I think some people were saying I was sounding a little bit like a robot before, so hopefully I'm still coming through clearly. Okay. So thus far, I've gone into a couple of things. What else? Has everyone else discussed their views and thoughts on that Convex documentary? Okay, does everyone think it's good awareness? Does everyone think it's probably going to be ridiculed just like everything else has? Does anyone think it's going to get any news coverage? Like the mad Mike Hughes? Does anyone think it's going to get any kind of legitimate news coverage or publicity? That
Nope.
The general concern in public will see. Because it seems like the only uproar it's made is in the truth-seeking community. It doesn't seem to have gone much further out beyond that. So, I'm like, was it just for our entertainment? Because 7 years of work to not get much past, just that doesn't seem like very much people to reach out to.
Most people are not aware of it, Rebecca. God, my sound's coming through bad. I'm a robot.
Okay, everyone's saying you can't hear anything. So, let me see. No one can hear anything. I'm not quite sure what's wrong. So, let me try and fix it.
Would you like me to drop out completely?
Do you want to try dropping out and then maybe
I'll drop out.
come back?
Yeah, see what you like. If you sound brilliant, then not come back.
Right, so, thank you. Okay, guys, now it's going to be me. And hopefully the sound would have rectified somewhat. Not sure. Wi-Fi. I'm on Wi-Fi. But having said that, I've been on Wi-Fi since I started. So I'm not really quite sure why it's only just got worse. Is it any better now? Anybody? Still bad, a bit better. What to do? I'm not sure, guys. Yeah, good one. Okay, so you're not watching on this one, are you? No, you're not. No. No. Having said that, the Wi-Fi has got two other PlayStations simultaneously being played by my son and my partner. So that may be lower the rate settings. No other internet devices only apart from that. That could be it. Oh, no. Okay, so maybe I need to do this. Hold on. Oops. Okay. Let me know if that's any better, guys. Okay, so I've lowered all the rates of volume on my laptop and on I've not got any other bits and pieces ongoing. As far as I can tell, is it any better? No? Okay. I'm going to try and hear myself. Maybe not. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to end this broadcast, guys. I'm going to talk about my internet issues and probably connect directly to it and come off of Wi-Fi somehow. So bear with me. Everyone's still around, back on in about 5 minutes. And thank you so much for coming to this chat. And yeah, I'm going to inevitably try to rectify this internet situation. It's terrible, terrible sound quality. So yeah, with me, and I'll be back.